It's more Jurassic News! Woo! Oh my god, I can't even rest, and there's already like a massive bunch of images, another teaser that's just dropped for Jurassic World Rebirth, and they freaking put... Oh, well, we're just gonna get into it, okay? We're just gonna do it. Oh, it's a good day to be a Jurassic World park fan, I'll tell you that. Although you won't get sleep. Okay, so teaser 2. Come on!
Stop it!
And it basically just showcased what we've already seen, which is the flare scene. And I think it gives a bit more context, as you can now see that this guy is trying to lure the T-Rex, we assume because it's a flare, away from our Scarlett Johansson there. But the most important thing is that we just got a massive amount of images dropped from Variety, and some of them... Oh my god, we've waited so long for these. But first, we're going to start with the boring thing first. We'll get to it, don't worry. We showed the more of the introduction scene where Scarlett Johansson comes to recruit Bailey. I think it's Dr. Loomis, is he? I'm not exactly too sure, but yes, she goes to recruit him here. As you can see, I'm stumbling across my words because I'm this excited. But this is boring. Next one, we have the mercenaries congregating, I think, in the ship, figuring out the plan. I think if you look closely at the table there, you've got money being exchanged, so they're definitely mercenaries. Oh my god! Spinosaurus! I can't even look at this scene. I thought they were gonna keep this stum. They were gonna talk about this at all, but no. We have it here, the Spinosaur encounter, and this is straight from Variety magazine. Says you're gonna need a bigger boat if you are ever surrounded by a Mosasaurus and assorted Spinosauruses. So, I mean, it's really hard to get across scale here. I mean, we can zoom in, that's them close together, so you could really see how big these Spinosaurs are. But the Mosasaur, again, is titanic. I don't know if this is the Mosasaur that we've come to know from the Jurassic World franchise. You can see its tail fluke at the back there. It kind of just looks like a giant whale. I guess it kind of is, but it's just astounding, the size here, because it makes the Spinosaurs look tiny when really maybe they are small Spinosaurs. But if you look at the frills on their back, or crest is the front of frill, probably you've got a little bit of the dip out the back there, or the top there, but they are different. Some of the spines have patterns going horizontally, some have them going vertically there. I mean, just comparison to the boat. These are huge, as you see in the next shot, showing a Spino attack. Oh, now maybe they're not as big as the Spinosaur from Jurassic Park 3, we could guess, because even though that Spinosaur's a little bit away from this character, it's got more of a head sculpt of a Baryonyx. Maybe we're not going to see really that close up of the Spinosaur, but if you just look at the jaw, this crocodilian, if I can just, so like this bit here, you can see the way the jaw goes out. It's not straight. It's very odd. It's very Baryonyx. See, the more I'm looking at, the more I'm like, oh no. but it's here. We got freaking Spinosaur. And you know why I'm happy? I'm happy because it's not only Spinosaur, but it's not going to be butchered like the Dilophosaur, right? Like the Dilophosaur, we waited so long for that. We finally got it. And what did it turn out to be? Just some wooden things that stood still and didn't do anything. Whereas this guy, we already know we're going to get a scene where they come out of probably the caves or the caverns or something while they're going through the island. And then, boom, we've got attacks. We've got some action-packed scene. And that's what we want to see. Swimming Spinosaurus. You know, that's maybe this is also saying about Jurassic Park 3, you know how they went through the boat went through the mist and then everyone died on the boat. Maybe it was these swimming Spinos. Who knows? I mean, we always thought it was the pterodons or pterodactyls, but then they were in a cage. So, you know, how did that happen? Well, it was actually the swimming Spinosaurs. Next, we get a image of Scarlett Johansson sailing something. She's parasailing. Is it parasailing? Abseiling. That's the one. There we go. We get it eventually. I'm assuming this is going to the nest. She's got a cap on. Remember, she starts with no cap, then gets cap. I don't know what happens, but, you know, she gets us a cap. And then... Oh, even more. We get a look at the T-Rex from this series. It's not Rexy. It's not the bull, the doe. It's not, you know, it's not Big E.T., Little E.T. This is a new one with the stripes along the back of it. Who knows? Again, this is, if it's a new island completely, then, you know, it could be its own T-Rex. Or for Onsona, are we going with the 5 T-Rexes that were originally, you know, in Trespasser? I mentioned about 5 T-Rexes being on the island, and we only saw, you know, a couple of T-Rexes. There could still be more out there. But, oh my god. And then to wrap it up, something maybe not as exciting. The bingo dino DNA. This is when they're going to extract the DNA from the Quetzalcoatlus or Quetzalcoatl egg. So make some white liquid. Now, in the Variety article, it does mention here that they're extracting it from the pterosaur, which is exactly what we thought they would be doing. But we get a little bit more insight into Dr. Loomis's character, which there's a lot of jargon on there, just talking about the movie and the characters, or maybe not so much the characters, but the history, it mentions in the journals. But here we go. Unlike the others, he's not combat ready, however, which places him at extra risk on the island of misfit dinosaurs. He may be a little too fascinated by them and not guarded enough as he guides the team towards harvesting the dinosaurs' genetic material. His strengths and his compassion and enthusiasm and hunger for the natural world. Well, that's his brilliance, and that's also his downfall. So they go on into the Arctical. Yes, the Arctical. It's very cold there. They go on and talk about how, because of the things that are happening around him, maybe he starts out as a character that doesn't want to, interfere with this ecosystem. He's into nature and all that jazz and biology. So he might not want to interfere with the natural state of things on the island. But then it says that as people start dying around him, then he might start to change how he feels about it. And I think maybe we'll get his character maybe developing, or he might just die. I don't know. Maybe he dies. Maybe he doesn't change. It gives World War Z vibes. Who was that guy who was the scientist who was the brilliant mind, and then he ended up just falling and accidentally shooting himself but when he tripped and fell. Maybe we'll get something like this, but we've seen him at least halfway through the movie. He makes it that far. And then what I decided to do was update the timeline from what we had in the last video that I uploaded. Now we actually have the start, which is where he gets recruited. He can't die, right? I'm pretty sure these two main characters, Scarlett Johansson and Bailey's, they're not going to die. I feel like they're going to make it all the way through, but it's the mercenaries that will die, and we seem to have quite a few of them that won't make it to the end. And maybe Scarlett Johansson's, I can't remember what this character's called, the one with the flare, maybe they've got a history together, they've worked loads of jobs, and he unfortunately dies at the end, and that's why we have this final moment of her looking at him as he the slow-mo mode, and he dies, or something like that. He sacrifices himself valiantly for something, and maybe that the betrayal will make her even more angry because her friend died, and I don't know. I feel like something like that's coming along that way. But we also have merch. Now I don't know if this is official, but it's been put out there, it's been leaked, and by the looks of it, this T-Rex, it looks as though it's very similar to the T-Rex we've gotten in the Variety article there. You can see the lip markings are very similar. And I would assume that this is the T-Rex we're going to get on the box art for a lot of the toys. You always have that one T-Rex, remember, with Hasbro, they had that, horrendous. I can't remember what it was. It was that T-Rex that looked you dead in the eye and was like, kill me! That one. But this one, maybe for the initial release of toys, looks like it's going to be the main one. But oh my god! Not only did we get Spinosaurus confirmed before the freaking trailers released, but we got to look at T-Rex. We haven't seen raptors. We saw the mosasaur even. We haven't seen Quetzal, and we haven't seen the sauropod yet, but I'm assuming tomorrow, God, who knows when this is going to release. Can I get sleep? I don't know. Some might drop. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. And if you want to see more, well, I'll be here shoveling all of this Jurassic hype towards you. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Oh, bye-bye.